Martin Luther King by Alex Salgado and Juan Carrillo. Martin Luther King was born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. His father was a Baptist minister and so was he. So why was he so important? Like many African Americans, much of America during this time were segregated from each other. The Civil Rights Movement was an act against segregation, legal rights, and enforced the Constitution. MLK made an organization called MIA, which stands for Montgomery Improvement Association. The organization was meant to fight for segregation for the city. MLK helped organize the Montgomery bus boycott, which lasted for a year, which started with Rosa Parks. When the boycott was over, the law was lifted. After the event of the bus boycott, MLK founded another organization called SCLC, which stands for Southern Christian Leadership Conference. The role was to advance in civil rights all over America in a non-violent manner. The Letter of Birmingham Jail took place in 1963 when MLK and supporters went to Birmingham, Alabama for a demonstration of the integration efforts. MLK and many supporters were jailed there. He spent 11 days there, during which he made the Letter of Birmingham Jail. The Bloody Sunday happened on Sunday, March 7, 1965. The protest was one of the 3 marches for voting rights. The protest was a 54-mile march from the Selma to the state capital of Montgomery. When they reached the end of the Edmund Puntis Bridge, they were met with a wall of state troops ready to stop their protests. At the end of the bridge, the state troopers put on a gas mask and proceeded to throw tear gas and beat the protesters. Though the protesters got attacked, they did not fight back. Many days later, King led a second march but turned back when another wall of troopers was presented. On August 28, 1963, the March of Washington, D.C. took place with over 200,000 people outside of the Lincoln Memorial. This is where Martin Luther King made his famous speech, "I have a dream. I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." Martin Luther King was assassinated on April 4, 1968 by James Earl Ray. Martin was 39 at the time and was shot while he was staying at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee, and later died in St. Joseph's Hospital. After the assassination, there were riots and demonstrations in more than 100 cities. Some of the stuff that he earned were the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964, and he also had a holiday on January 20th. This concludes my video of Martin Luther King with Juan.